Open Heavens on the Go, Thursday, April 10th, 2025. Topic: No More Laboring, Part 2. Memory verse: Exodus 33:14. And he said, My presence shall go with thee, and I will give thee rest. Bible reading: Deuteronomy 15:5-6. Only if thou carefully hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all these commandments which I command thee this day. For the Lord thy God blessed thee, as he promised thee. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, but thou shalt not borrow. And thou shalt reign over many nations, but they shall not reign over thee. The message. Yesterday, I explained that laboring means working so hard and having little or nothing to show for it. Work is easier when there are results. When I go for Mount Zion Hour at the RCCG headquarters, where I have to lay hands on thousands of people, it is hard work, but I don't mind because testimonies follow. When a pastor fasts, prays, preaches, and follows up converts with all of his or her strength, yet the church does not grow, it is a terrible experience. I know this because I have experienced it. In the early days of my ministry, God promised that I would lead a mighty end-time army, but I couldn't see the army. The church congregation will increase by 2 members in 1 week and decrease by 4 the next week. I organized seminars every month, and many people will be in attendance. However, after the seminars, the congregation will remain small. One day, God asked me what I wanted for my birthday. I replied that I wanted a miracle for every member of my congregation. He instructed me to organize a program where he will be giving out the miracles. We called it the Holy Ghost service, and that was how God turned things around for me. When God speaks concerning a matter, results that human efforts cannot produce are achieved. For example, when we needed 17,000 to roof the first auditorium in Redemption City, I had only 1,000 naira. At the same time, one of the RCCG pastors was building an accommodation for some members of his congregation, and he needed 1,000 to roof it. He came to me to ask me for the money, and I got upset and said, I need 17,000 naira, and I have only 1,000 naira, and you want to collect it? Please leave my office. He got up to leave, but God spoke to me and told me to give him the 1,000 naira. Reluctantly, I called him back and gave him the money. As he went away, God said, Son, why are you grumbling? There were 2 problems. I solved one through you, and there is only one left. Before the day ended, somebody came from another state in the country and said, I have just collected rent from my tenants, and God said I should bring everything to you. The money was exactly 17,000 naira. When you hear God's voice, obey him and leave the rest to him, because your rest from labor and toil lies in your obedience. Key point: God's voice brings rest, but you won't enjoy that rest until you obey all he says. Bible reading in 1 year: 1 Kings 3-6. Hymn for today: Standing on the Promises of Christ my King. The Open Heavens is written by Pastor E.A. Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. God bless you.